Is there anybody going to listen to my story? All about the girl who came to stay.
Insanity is often defined as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, it's very easy to throw affirmations and sayings like that out there, but how are you supposed to diagnose your own dysfunction when you're too close to the forest to see the trees? This video is an attempt to analyse what we're doing wrong and give us a better chance at finding love.
So you're saying you can have a woman who'll obey your every command, but you'd rather have a woman who has an opinion?
Only dogs are to obey. If you truly love your wife, you will value her opinion.
Hippopotamus shit! You're the heir to the throne of Zamunda. Your wife need only have a pretty face, a firm backside, and big breasts like cassava melon.
So you would share your bed and your fortune with a beautiful fool.
That is the way it has always been with men of power. It is tradition.
It is also tradition that times must and always do change, my friend.
Now, this one is a little bit difficult to do by yourself, but there's no harm in trying to attempt to analyse where we are going wrong. And it's to do with patterns and cycles. Now, who is it that you are picking on a regular basis that is not allowing you to form the relationship that you want? You have to look at the negative elements of these people and the positive elements, if there are any. Now, how do you get to these people? What steps do you take? What is it that you see in a social environment that makes you pick that person? And obviously they're several different people, yet they tend to be the same person, if that's happening to you, because that does happen a lot. We tend to pick the same person in a different body, and we don't really question why we do that. We just say it's our type. Well, maybe our type is wrong. So maybe it's time to start looking out of type, going to different places, hanging with different people, and therefore producing different results.
One person that says the right thing at the right time can change the rest of your life. You have got to be very, very aggressive about associating with people that are good for your life. One person that you're out with one night that does one dumb thing can ruin the next 15 or 20 years of your life. Confucius said, if you look at the 6 people that you spend the most amount of time with, that's who you are.
Single parents often get annoyed when they hear of singles without kids saying that they would never date someone who had kids. Now, it's not personal. It's not, oh, they don't like you or they don't like your kids. It's a case of having children is a massive responsibility. And to go from nothing to instant parenthood is a big deal. You, as a single mother or a single father, at least had 9 months to get to the idea of being a dad or a mum in your head, and there's a build-up. With, you know, suddenly dating someone with kids, that's a responsibility. And you're a package. You can't say, well, you just deal with me and my kids are over there and I'll deal with them. No, it doesn't work like that. The person that you're going to see has to accept you and your kids as a package, and don't accept anything other than that. There is no compromise with that.
On this quiet street, in this ordinary house, something has grown out of control. It has the strength of an army and an appetite that can never be satisfied. Now, there's only one man who can face it. And it's not him.
12 kids? That's nuts.
Now I wanted to also talk about the difference between standards and preferences, because people are getting them mixed up. Now a standard is something that is going to be a foundation in your relationship. It's something that you can't go without with any partner that you are going to choose or be with. Now a preference is something where it's a fancy. You would like something to be in a certain way, but if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't appear, then fair enough, it's not going to make or break the relationship. For example, and they're kind of silly examples, but people are silly. Let's say there's a guy and he really, really likes Italian cuisine or Italian culture. He's really into it, and he's not Italian. He meets a girl, she's perfect in every way, but she has no interest in Italian food or the culture, and she's not really willing to, get involved with it. This is a preference. This is not going to doom the relationship in any way unless you make it a factor. Now, switching this around, most women will go out with men who are taller than them. We know this. Now, some women get stupid about how tall the guy has to be in comparison to their height. If you're 4'12" or you're 5'2", there is no real reason that your man has to be 6'6". If you're setting yourself a precedent that your man has to be a 6-footer and plus, you are narrowing your chances by you don't know how much in finding someone. If you're a woman and you're 6 foot, you're the one that needs a 6'6" man. That makes sense. It's not really something that's considered until it's too late. You meet the perfect person and you become an item. You then meet the extended family. By that, your partner's mum, dad, their brothers and their sisters, your partner's brother and sisters, the children, whatever, it goes on and on and on. Now, like I said, you and your partner are really cool, but your extended family could be absolute nutters. They're very dysfunctional, and it would be one thing if their dysfunction stayed within, their realm, but they bring it to you. Before you know it, you've got to house Auntie Betty because she's had an argument with Uncle Jim, and now the problems with their relationship are affecting you. So, I would say check out your extended family before you permanently get with someone. And if you think they're going to be a problem, either don't get with that partner, which is a shame, or move really far away. So if they live in England, move to Australia, because it won't stop. There will always be drama, and if you're there to help the first time, you'll be there to help the 100th time. So get out. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. Why?
May the good Lord protect and watch over me as a shepherd watches over his flock. Ya ilahi, sayyidni alayhi, hafani. No, okay. Chocho, Musa, Baum. Chocho, Baum. What is the connect? I'm a man,
Religion, dun dun dun. Your faith is your code. Your belief system is the way that you're going to live. If you meet someone and you initially get on, cool. But, if you find out that they practice this faith and you're practicing that faith, and the two faiths are diametrically opposed, eventually there's going to be trouble. Even if you're cool, once again, it's either going to be other people from that faith or family members. Someone's going to say something or someone's going to do something and it's going to kick off. So personally, I would avoid interfaith mixing if it's radically different, two denominations of Christians. I don't think there's going to be much grief, but you never know. So look how they conduct themselves, know how you conduct yourselves, and look at the family. Otherwise, it's going to be kaboom. And let's say you do get together on a permanent level and you have children. You got your faith, they've got their faith. The families and the spiritual clientele that are around them, cool. You have kids, what's going to be their faith? Watch the argument from that one.